Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Time again for another knife of the day. Today, the knife is the Delica 4. The Spyderco Delica 4. I have two of them, two new Spydercos. Let me just tell you now. The Delica used to be when I started collecting, and that was just four and a half years ago. That Japanese knife, one of the best sellers from Spyderco, that had VG10 steel. And I have no problems with stainless VG10 steel, that Japanese steel. But let me tell you, today's Delica isn't like your grandfather's Delica 4 years ago. I now have a collection of Delicas with every steel from crew wear to these two new steels, and just a couple of VG10s as well. Starting to see a lot of different steels come out. Most of them distributor exclusives, but it's great to get this wonderful EDC small knife package with FRN scales and some great steel as well. So let's talk about what we have here. This one is the new Spyderco Delica 4 with CTS-204P steel from KnifeWorks. It's a KnifeWorks exclusive. You know how Spyderco does it. What they do is they work with a distributor to get an exclusive. It's a limited amount. It's only available through them, and it has a different variation. In this case, it has that wonderful green FRN scales, CTS 204P steel, a stainless steel with great wear resistance. That's an exclusive from KnifeWorks, so you might want to go check it out. And then the second knife is a real nice one. I just got this towards the end of last week. This is a brand new Delica with Zome FRN scales. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, these hand-painted scales that Spyderco has been bringing to us on some of their Japanese knives, especially the Delica and the Endura. This Zome has 20 CV steel. It's DLT trading exclusive. Probably just came out since I just got it last week. You might want to go check it out. Again, with these wonderful black and red Zome FRN scales and 20 CV steel. Again, a stainless steel with great wear resistance as well. So, new knives from Japan, from the Spyderco Japanese factory. I remember Spyderco saying that they wanted, and this was a couple of years ago, that they wanted to introduce some American steels to the Japanese factory. And so they started shipping out American steel to the factories. And now they're shipping out a whole bunch of steels. I don't know if these two are American steels or not. But again, I have a crew wear from CPM. I have a number of CPM steels that are in Delica and Enduras. The past 2 years, I have noticed so many great steels in the Delicas. Now, Delicas are one of my favorite Spyderco knives. When someone asks me what knife should they start with Spyderco, I say, well, let's talk about your budget. So it's either a value folder or a Delica Endura. The Delica Enduras are just, especially with the fiberglass reinforced nylon, they are just, you just cannot tear these things down at all. You just can't. And at the size, that's a 2.9-inch blade. 2.6 inches of it is the edge on the blade. It's that traditional half-leaf kind of blade from Spyderco that you see on the Delica and the Endura being the bigger and size. And now, of course, last year Spyderco introduced the Endella, and we're getting a number of variations of those later on in the next week or so. And that's the knife in between the Delica and the Endura. So now we have the Delica, the small knife, the Endella, the middle-sized knife, and the Endura, the larger knife. Most of them lightweight with FRN scales. Like I said, 2.9-inch blade, that edge at 2.6 inches, the total length just 7.1 inches, and of course, with the FRN scales, just 2.5 ounces. Very strong backlock, super strong backlock as well. Makes it a wonderful EDC knife. Light in the pockets, durable. Of course, this one is the newest one. Again, this is the Zome with 20 CV steel, DLT trading. Just came out, so you might want to go check it out if you're interested in it. Now, FRN scales, fiberglass reinforced nylon scales. Zome is a handmade, artistic design on the FRN scales. So in this case, they take this burgundy or red, I believe they started with red, FRN scales, and then they hand paint the black designs in there. You see that? Which makes it an it's a pattern that is exclusive. No two patterns are alike because they're handmade. Of course, with the Delicas, the traditional backlock, 4-way clip. I still say, I know they like to keep traditional. They probably have a million of these clips hanging around for the Delicas and the Enduras. I'd love to see the wire clip, a version of the wire clip on these things. 4-way clip, right hand, left hand, tip up, tip down. Just an everyday kind of knife. Perfect knife for EDC. You can see it against a pair of 3. And here's the Endura. So you can see the Endura being the larger knife. Again, made in Japan. Pretty good price too. Now when you get these exclusive, they're going to be a little bit more expensive, but you get that great steel. And again, exclusives, usually around 500, 600 pieces. But there you have it. Brand new. On top, CTS-204P steel. And the green FRN scales. That's a KnifeWorks exclusive. And on the bottom, that red and black Zome FRN scales with the 20 CV steel. That's a DLT trading exclusive. So there you have it, knife of the day. 2 Delicas with great steel and exclusive for you. I hope you enjoy these knives. More knives coming your way. We've got a whole bunch of them. And I'm going to make sure to do some videos around Thanksgiving and Christmas too, because I know how lonely that can be. It's lonely for me too. So I'm going to make sure you have some videos for around that time. I appreciate all of you. Keep those pockets full. Don't forget to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see a little bell. Hit that bell to make sure you don't miss any of the videos. Take good care of yourselves. Appreciate you guys. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.